Hello, ladies and germs. It is Joker here once again with another Redstone tutorial for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. So, we are currently in the 1.6 update of the game, and unfortunately, pickle farms are broken. And thanks to Silent Whispers design, I've managed to come up with a more spacious design, let's say. Um, Not using his same piston setup, but more of a shifting floor setup. So, let's have a look at that now. So here it is, and so you guys can see that it does work. I have put a stack of bone meal in this dispenser and a stack of bone meal in this dispenser, and I'm going to run the system just to show you the rates that you can expect out of it. I am also going to lower my game sounds so you guys don't have to listen to noise. Right. So while this is running, I just want to talk to you guys very quickly about the channel and things that I really want to do on the channel. One of which is start a Let's Play on Minecraft. I do have a seed already picked out. It's fairly good. There's a village right next to spawn. And for the people that like my little Batman twist that I do with some of the redstone stuff, I actually want to go back and play the Arkham games from Arkham Origins to Arkham Knights and all the DLCs. So if you do want to see me play a Let's Play of Minecraft and see some of the amazing and huge builds that I can do, let me know in the comments. And same with the Batman games if you'd like to see me do a full walkthrough of those, or even just for fun. And I do believe we've just run out of bone meal, so let's turn this back off. Turn my game sounds back on. Oh, I'll do. Okay, so after a stack in both of these dispensers, let's take a look what we got. Oh, and it's still coming through. How badly are the hoppers backed up? Have a look. So it was just that side backed. Oh no, this side's pretty backed up actually. So we've easily got 9 stacks. Easily got 9 stacks out of what, a minute and a half worth of work. And you really literally just have to feed it bone meal. It's that easy. And it's 14 blocks long and 6 blocks wide and only 5 high, for if you're not going to count this floor block, because technically you don't need it other than to place the redstone down. Anyway, enough of me chatting rubbish. I think it's time to start the tutorial. Okay, so for this build you are going to need a 6 wide area by 14 long. And the materials you will need are 64 building blocks, at least a stack for the redstone, but you will not need that many. You will need some glass if you want to put the front on. It doesn't really matter. It's only to see it working. But you will need at least 20 glass blocks later on in the build. 20 coral. And take about 60 items and rename them junk. You'll understand why later. You will need 24 redstone dust, 18 hoppers, 9 redstone repeaters, 6 pistons, 2 dispensers, which are completely optional. You can go with 1 dispenser, and I will explain how you do that later on in the build. You will need 1 comparator, 1 lever. If you're doing this in survival, you will need 2 water buckets. If you're doing it in creative, doesn't matter. You will need at least 2 chests, but you can have 4 to this, and that is again to load up the hoppers, and at least 2 sea pickles. Right, one of the first things that we need to do is come to the far end here and go 1, 2, 3 blocks just there. Grab your pistons and put your pistons level with this last block. Go behind your pistons, place in your redstone repeaters and your dust. Leave the timings and bring this wire out. Now, if you are going to be building the double system, With 2 droppers, you need to count 7 blocks. If you are doing this with a single dropper, you only need to count 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And on the 8th block, you then place your pistons so they are level with those pistons. They're in line. Grab your repeaters again and put them behind. Make sure all these repeaters are on 4 ticks. Don't forget to put in your redstone and pull that across like so. Sorry, thought I'd made a mistake. Right, now grab your building blocks again, and from this piston, bring this all the way back and build it up 2 blocks. Do not put any blocks above these pistons. That is where your hoppers will be going. And now just build up the design like so. This is going to make it easier for you to place things down shortly. Grab your temporary blocks or glass. Again, if you are making this with a 1 dispenser design, you only need to do this section once. Make a 3x3 on the floor just here, and on the very back block in the middle, place down your another temporary block. Now, again, you do not have to do this if you are making this with 1 dispenser. If it's 2, you do need this. 1, 2, 3. There's your 3x3, and then put this block just here. Go ahead and grab your dispensers and place them behind and above 1 block of this block just here. You can now go ahead and grab 2 hoppers and place them on top of the dispensers. This is so you can fill the dispensers. You can also put chests on top. Right, now you want to go ahead and build up your frame another 2 blocks high, like so. And this is just so that none of the water escape, and you're able to have a nice flushing system for the sea pickles to go to the end. Right, so with the basic frame done, I would suggest you either put a front or you now put your glass frame in, depending on if you want to see this working. Come to the very back of the design and to the side with your repeaters set to 4 ticks. Grab a hopper and come to this hopper and then count 1, 2, 3 on this one here. Place down a hopper. You also want to build this up 1 more block. I do apologize. Then crouch place a hopper going into that hopper, and then crouch place hopper into that hopper. Grab your lime concrete or whatever you're using for your redstone blocks and place 2 blocks down like so. Grab your comparator, place the comparator coming out of there, and just to make sure that this system's going to work, throw 1 junk item into the hoppers. As you can see, the system is working. The comparator is actually firing, so you can now turn that off. Make sure you put the lever on the back one, otherwise if it's on the front one it will keep the pistons extended later. Right, now place down your repeater just here and grab your redstone blocks or whatever you're going to be using, and you need to place, oh, I've done it again, place down a block behind that hopper, miss a block and come down and place 1 there, and then place 1 to the side of that. Grab your redstone dust and place 1 redstone dust just there. Click the lever, and as you can hear, that dispenser is firing. So now you need 2 more blocks, 1 here and 1 behind this dispenser just there. Grab your redstone, place a redstone dust there, place a redstone dust there, and if you break this one and flick the lever, as you can hear, this back one is firing. Now you know both of your dispensers are firing perfectly and in sync. Right, so one of the final things that we need to do now is hook up these 2 pistons so that it will now fire. So come to here, underneath this block, place a block, grab your redstone repeaters and place that there on 2 ticks. Place redstone dust going into these back pistons and place a block in front of the repeater just There, grab one more repeater and place it at the back of this block going towards the pistons with 4 ticks. Bring your redstone over, and that is pretty much the redstone done. Now, here comes the tricky bit. You now need to decide how much storage you want and where you want it. I do suggest that you put your hoppers above this gap just here, because you will end up with sea pickles getting stuck here, but it's totally up to you. You can move them back so that they are above the pistons. I am going to break these 3 blocks, come around the front, and I'm just going to put in a temporary block just there. No, I'm not. I do apologize. That was the older design, and I forgot I actually changed the design. We need to go here. So, 1 block up and behind the redstone. Grab your hoppers and crouch place them until you are satisfied with their position. I tend to think that this is a better position. That way, no sea pickles can get down into that gap because of the hitbox of the hopper. Now, I would suggest doing all 3 rows of hoppers like this, because the system will get backed up very quickly once this thing is running. Right, with those hoppers now in place, I would then suggest you go ahead and build in your back wall. Otherwise, you're going to have water going everywhere. Grab hold of your junk items, and this is why I said make sure you've named them junk. You can actually, before we do that, is go ahead and put your water in this bottom layer. So we want to go 1 block there, 1 block there, and 1 block there. Come to the 2 blocks between your 2 dispensers and place them there. Place 1 there, and place 1 there, and you should... Never mind. I was going to say you should have ended up with a full water source system there, but obviously not. Now get your junk items and just put them 1 block above that water, and you only need to go as far as the hoppers. You can now go and place 1 water source there and there. That will now make an infinite stream, and as you can see, it flows nicely to the hoppers. Right, now you can remove all of those dirt blocks. And you can also now remove the glass, but grab your coral block that you will be using and place it in exactly the same as you did for the placement glass. This way you will not kill the coral when it moves. Now, place that there, place that there. Grab your water sources, and you do need to do this. Place water sources along this back wall and all the way along here. And the only reason I say this is so that now any items that get thrown into here will automatically shoot up. And now I think the last thing to do is to put the sea pickles in. And the system is ready. All we need now is lots and lots of bone meal. Oh, I do apologise. I've forgotten the chest at the back. Oh dear. Right, so there is your chest at the back. It doesn't matter however you do your storage. You could even have it so all 3 point into the chest and it's sat right here. But I think this just looks nicer for the design. Next, let's get ourselves, let's say 4 stacks of bone meal. Make sure you do not hit the dispenser with the bone meal, because you will make the pickles grow. And literally all you have to do now is flick this lever. And as you can see, the dispenser is firing as the blocks get moved back into place, and the second it's fired, it then breaks any sea pickles that have grown, and this just gives them the optimal space to get as many pickles out of this as you can. And as you can see, no matter where these pickles end up, they will eventually flow into this 9 hoppers and into your chest. And we've already got almost 3 stacks. Oh, well, I say that as it comes to 3 stacks. So, ladies and germs, that is all the time I have for today. Before I go, though, don't forget to leave a comment about starting a Let's Play series in Bedrock. And if you would like to see me play the Arkham games. But anyway, I do think I've chatted your ear off for long enough, so I'm going to call it there. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, hit that like button, and if you've really enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe. But I've been Joker, and I'll see you in a mini money mo. Ta-ta for now.